Hey there, I just wanted to pop on and say a few words about my experience in Christine Boyer's Perimenopower program, which was an incredible experience for me. Just a very quick background of what led me to take Perimenopower and what I got out of it. You know, for the longest time, I kind of like, I don't know why, but my whole life I thought, you know, getting older, it's not going to affect me. I'm going to look great. I'm going to feel great. I'm going to have energy. All these things that other women complain about. I honestly, in my heart of hearts, I didn't think it was going to happen to me. I just thought I was always, because I've always had all this energy. I've always just been someone who's like, go, 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 go. And I couldn't imagine a world where that energy left me. I couldn't imagine. I slept like a baby. I go to bed at night. I'm like, I'd be just out. I'd sleep through the night. And then I turned the big 50, and I mean, it was almost, comical, I guess, from one point of view. It just, my life, all the things that I thought would never happen to me started happening. Like I started gaining weight, even though I didn't really change how I was eating. I went from sleeping like a baby through the night to having really troubled sleeps. I started struggling energy, and then of course, like your sleep goes, right? Your mood is not as good, your energy, daytime energy is not as good, and all sorts of things kind of fall out from there. And I really honestly didn't think, like I didn't even honestly know about perimenopause as a phase. I did know that my cycle was changing, and I noticed that because I used to be like clockwork, and then I wasn't. But at first I had no idea that these might be perimenopause related. What ended up happening for me was I teach people how to create, businesses. So I'm like the first person to jump on a new business and say, hey, let's try this out. And so I've actually taken several coaching programs for health, and I've gotten a lot out of many different people's coaching programs. And Christine's really offered me something that I needed, and in a way that nothing else met me before. Christine really focuses on this Ayurvedic approach to eating and healing that's very naturally based, that's very in line with my own belief system. I really believe that food can be our nutrition, can be our healer, can be our fuel when we understand how to use it. And I really found that the Ayurvedic system was fantastic for me. I was even struggling with things like dry skin and dry hair, and Ayurvedic diet, when I finally understood my Ayurvedic type, which is actually a blend of Ayurvedic types, and how to approach that through diet, I was like, oh my goodness, like there's so much advice that I've been reading on the internet. You should be eating this and you should be eating that. Even my family members were eating things, and I was like, these things are supposed to be good for me, but the Ayurvedic system, it was showing me that they really weren't. And when I started eating according to my type, my skin got smoother, my sleep was already getting better, but it was getting better and better and better. And I know that because this little ring that I have is an Aura ring, and I got it to monitor my sleep because that's so important to health. And I know that honestly not right away, but several months after being in Perimenopower, my sleep is consistently better. Specifically, I'm getting more deep sleep, which is the type of sleep that protects you against disease and Alzheimer's and all sorts of crazy things. So it's like, oh my God, I can actually really see the changes. Other things that I think were amazing for me in Perimenopower were that we're really focusing on, what has been my resistance to healthcare. So she really, Christine will, when you work with her, she's going to go beyond the kind of the health prescription, and you're going to look at some of your blocks to taking care of yourself, some of your psychological blocks to looking after yourself. You're going to look at You're going to do meditations, you're going to do movement, you're going to learn about food. And the truth is, these things are all combined. It's not just food or just movement or just, you know, I guess psychological work that's going to make us, I'm going to just say it because Christine says it and I love it. Sexy at 60 starts at 50. I have always said to myself that I would be, you know, the kind of person who ages gracefully, beautifully, and with energy. And I know that after taking Perimenopower with Christine, that is totally possible for me. And I didn't know that for a long time. So I hope if you're considering taking a program with Christine that you do not deliberate for another second. It'll be an incredible experience, and I guess I'm in her community, so maybe I'll see you on the other side.